Testing, testing, waiting for it to come up. Testing. Testing, waiting for it. Alright. Should be going. Alright. Up and going, I believe. Things are looking good and green and things. Alright. Okay. Alright, okay. Alright, so Rick and Risk of Rain 2. I'm gonna be doing not something really all too unique, but something like, since I've been playing this a whole ton, I'm trying to find ways to make it a little more unique to play and things. So one way I thought of doing that is, you know that there are tiers of rarity for items: common, uncommon, epics, and legendaries. Well, technically, common, uncommon, rare, and boss drops in like the game lore. And then lunar, and then equipments. So there's different categories for the items. Since I've gotten almost all of the, well, there's one left that I haven't gotten, mainly because I don't want to do it, which basically summons a doppelganger of myself every 10 minutes for me to fight. I don't want to do that. Since I have an artifact to choose my items, and I'm always just doing this one because it just gives me more items for whatever. Since I have this artifact right here, I can choose what items I can get. So what I'm planning on doing, for each tier of item, like the uncommon, the common, the uncommon, the epics, and the legendaries, I will only choose to have one item from each tier of item. Meaning, if I choose to have the soldier syringe, I will only pick the soldier syringe if I get a common item. And it should make the game a little more interesting, because like if you build up like enough, like say if you were to build up enough teddy bears, you won't take any damage because you never be able to get hit once. Or say the armor plate, it reduces the damage you take by 5. Keep stacking that, you have 20, damage reduction by 100. Have 100, damage reduction by 500. So like depending on what items that I would pick, it could drastically change how things work. Although it kind of like leaves me open up to a weakness. Say for instance, if I pick 100, if I pick to have the war banner, which I'm not, like I already have like a little slight idea on what I'm going to be doing. Because it depends on the character I'm playing as. Like I still want to pick an item that complements the character. As of right now, for this run that I'm thinking of, where I do this, for the first one I'm gonna go with engineer, because I like the engineer, and it'll allow me to get a feel of how well this will work for the most part. Because still picking one item out of the whole tier of items is still gotta hold me back a ton. But by picking the one item, I can still get a lot. So right now I'm gonna go through my list of choices that I'm gonna be doing for the engineer. First choice, bustling fungus. Heal up and everything. Seeing how the engineer can makes perfect use out of that due to the fact that his turrets do not move. If I pick the ones that don't move, his basic turrets, this is very powerful for him. It kind of sucks that I'm missing out on things that would actually help me stay alive longer, but this will help because I'll have the extra amount of health to do it. Next, it's a debate between the infusion, which gives more HP per kill. Problem is, with the engineer, I won't be getting the kills, but it will help me survive longer. Or the ukulele, due to the fact that it chains lightning. Like, it would be, like, doing the ukulele is nice, but the thing is, like, all it does per stack is increase the amount of enemies get chained and the distance that it will chain. So, I'm debating if I want that or not. Or the infusion, because each stack I get increases the amount of HP I can get per. Which is nice, but I have to be the ones getting the kills. Or maybe, like, the guillotine, so I would actually have a decent amount of chance of dealing with elite monsters, but I'm not really worried about that because for my epics, I'm gonna go with this because it works perfectly with my bustling fungus, as I have shown on a different run with the engineer. Like, if I bustling fungus with this, sure, I had these antlers which double your healing. But with the bustling fungus, I will have the ability to just shoot off the soul energy, the fire skulls to deal damage, which isn't hard with the bustling fungus. I have yet to actually figure out what it means by, like, source 100% per stack. So I guess that increases the amount of damage it will do. I'm not sure. As for the legendary, I'm going to have to say the Tectonic Knurls, due to the fact that it increases health and regen and everything that will help me survive. It's still a debate on, like, the uncommon, because most of the uncommons are useful. It's just, which one do I go with? More health per kill, or the ability to chain lightning? Like, it won't be as useful, the lightning, because I would have this, and anything that gets close enough to actually have the fire skulls launch out and hit them won't be needed. While having more HP will help me survive due to the fact that I don't have a lot of HP. And I'm not picking out other items that will help me take less damage. Like, the bustling fungus just heals me while I'm standing still, so I'm kind of screwed. I'm not gonna get any movement speed items, so having the more HP would be helpful. So, my list of items I'm only gonna be picking is bustling fungus, infusion. I finally settled the debate. I need the more health. Infusion. The antlers, these things, and Tectonic Knurl. As for lunar items, I generally don't grab lunar items due to the fact that the benefit that you gain for them comes at a cost, and most of the time I see the cost outweighs more of the benefits. As for the equipment, I'm gonna go with the disposable missile launcher because it has a small cooldown and I can launch them and they home. So, or maybe this, but the equipment doesn't really matter all too much because I rarely use them. Okay. So, and that on, and this on. Let's see how this works out. Like, I should still be able to deal, like, good amount of damage due to the fact that my mines have been upgraded. I have this thing. So. I like how it chases them. That'll allow me to get some kills. Just put a mine down and it chases after it and kills it. As of right now, what I'm doing is looking for the teleporter. Oh, I see it. It's way up there. Alright, now let's look around and see if I can find any, like drones or so forth. Because, again, with the one cheat, well, not exactly cheat, but the one relic that I'm using, well, artifact that I'm using is that mobs are the ones that drop. Monsters are the ones that drop the items now. It kind of sucks at the beginning. Like, it kind of sucks at the beginning due to the fact that there's so little monsters that spawn. It just comes to a benefit later in game. When there's like a whole horde of them that just keep spawning and I can just easily get a whole ton of items. That sucks at the beginning of the game, but it is useful. One thing I found out, if I don't have it where I can pick the items and it's just the monsters dropping, it's relatively the same as just going around and picking up random chests, due to the fact that strategy for picking, or just letting the monsters drop it is relatively the same as the chests. It's just, you just go through the stages faster, which makes it a more risk and reward kind of thing. The farther you get to get more items, the more likely you're going to die, because the difficulty increases the faster you run through the faster that you go through levels. So you have to be careful on what you do. Oh, a blue orb already appeared. Nice. That means I can go do the one thing right off the bat. I could go do the event right off the bat, even though I'm kind of at a disadvantage if I do, though. Another coin, huh? Oh, come on, I'm hiding behind a tree. Heal up. There we go. I'm not gonna be fighting the final boss, mainly due to the fact there's no way in hell I'm gonna be able to pull it off with the items that I'm picking. But it will be rather interesting to see if I actually survive long enough for me to actually get overpowered and so forth. Due to the fact that, again, I'm not picking on anything else that'll help me survive. Like, I just want to see how overpowered just picking out one item from each tier could get. Like, I know that if you pick up enough bustling fungus, like, the range is just enormous. Let's pick this, actually. Due to the fact that I need to be able to... Oh no, an item, I missed one. Due to the fact that I can't actually double jump right now. This will help me with some maneuverability. Alright, let's see what the person has available, however. Don't really care for either one of those. This could be useful. Ah. This thing does, it increases the teleport charge, but reduces the size of the zone. I could buy the rest of these and be able to pick this, but it will keep reducing it to a point where it may not be big enough for me to actually charge it. But it'll be able to do it super fast. Yeah, let's not. One looter item is enough. Alright. Now let's head down to the portal to start up the Void Cell event. Or quest, whatever you want to call it. Fall. Oh, does this thing stay activated? I think it's glitched out. Seeing how I'm constantly gliding. And that shouldn't be happening. As far as I understand it. Yeah, I think I glitched it out. Or is it something unique to this area? Yeah, it should have worn off by now, seeing how I already can use it again. Strange. There we go. Ah, the vultures. I really need to get some kills. I doubt those mines will actually get put to any good use, seeing how the enemies are flying. And I'm not really worried about the damage I'm going to take here when I'm running through the void, due to the fact that these things will be able to heal me at a decent enough rate. Hell, I can even heal myself at a decent enough rate if I need to. Where should I go next? There. Made it. Alright. These down so I can start healing up. Look at that range. And now they plant bombs. Interesting. Good. More bustling fungus. Can't wait to see how large this, like, healing spot, the healing aura will become. And how much I'll heal for it. Like, my damage may be shit, but it's just like, unless you can one-shot me, my healing would just keep me alive. Which may be the one thing that actually does kill me, because I can't actually kill anything, and it just one-shots me. But hopefully with the antlers I'm gonna pick, I can at least pull it off. A kill. Right, where to next? Over there. Look at that range. It's almost as big as the thing. Usually that's where I'd like kind of stop with the bustling fungus if I was picking out other items. I need to get more infusion and actually a way to actually deal damage for myself. Well, when I get the antlers, I'll be able to do it. I'll just stand there and heal up a ton. Alright, I gotta pick a way to run. Hopefully I pick the right way. Fly. Hit it. What's down there? Let me heal up. Look at that. I could probably stick these across the other side. This way I can get some more kills of my own. Throw down my little spider mines. Anything that gets close will chase after them and kill them. Good, I got the kill. Need to get some more uncommons. So I could get more help. But I picked the armor plate as my item, my common item choice. Yeah, this. I wouldn't be using the infusion, I'll just be going with the ukulele and such. And then another, like, different epic. Over there. Zigzag. The healing range on these guys are gonna become humongous. They may just cross the whole stage. If I collect enough of them. This could become a problem. see now I'm healing up more. Ooh, yes. More items, if you will. Good. Alright, where to next? Way over there. Alright, I think they changed the way that this thing works. Look at that radius. It's so glorious. Can't wait to see how huge and humongous the radius can get. One of the reasons why I picked the engineer first, because I really wanted to see how overpowered having too many busting fungus can get. Because I know that you can get a whole bunch of common items by doing this. Like I would like to pick like different epics, because like having multiple of one doesn't really give you that much more return. Having a variety of items is what really helps out, but that would destroy the strategy that I'm going with right now. Pick one item out of a tier and just keep using that one item. I remember being able to fly up. Why am I gliding? Strange. Let's take my turrets so far apart from each other. It's so nice. Then I just sit back and watch the view. So far I haven't dropped any frames, which is nice. Got some buffalo coming in, huh? That'll give me some kills. If I understand the infusion right, if I get 100, each kill gives me like increased health by 100. At which point I'm like, I'm maxing out the infusion every single kill. If I understand how it works correctly. Should be the second to last one. I can almost... The radius is almost as big as it is across. A little more and it will be. Yep, it's increasing by 6 each time, so I am correct. The more infusion I get, the more my health is increased by a maximum of 100 per I have. Useful. Extremely useful. My health. So by the time I get like 100, if I get 50, like every 2 kills, I'm already maxing out the amount of HP that I'm gonna have. one left to go. And then I'll have my first epic and one that's actually going to give me the amount of damage that I want. Oh, wow. I missed these. Well, I still have yet to actually go around and collect all the things that I possibly could have missed. Uh-oh. Pretty sure where I need to go is over there. I don't have the... Yep, it's right there. Well, let's wait for my wings to cool off while I wait. I think I take the amount of damage from the void for the amount of HP I have. Makes sense. It makes it easier for weaker, low-level players to actually survive long enough. There we go. Throw those down there because that's where just the enemies are gonna be coming. Ah, they have extra shield gives extra healing gives extra shield. Well, that's not gonna help them, seeing how they don't heal up at all. I'm actually able to get some kills out of this. Due to the fact that I could just throw my mines down there and they deal with them just fine. Yes. Ta-da! Alright. Oh, I fly in which direction I'm looking, so that's how they changed it. I'm like, what? I'm like, space is supposed to, like, be basically a double jump when you have the wings active. Like, you hold space, you go up, you let go of space, you drop. Like, you're not using the wings anymore, so they changed it. So the wings are always activated, depending on which way you're looking, it changes which direction you're gotta go. And I have lost connection. Why? Why? What's going on? What the hell? My stream is so far behind. Okay. Things are looking good again. Pushing space just increases the speed that you go in that direction, so that's useful to know. Alright, I don't think I missed any other items. And then when you lose and then when it cools off, you just glide down, and I'm still buffering. Why? What is going on? Why am I... Did I disconnect? No data. Come on, come on, come on. Don't do that. Don't do that. What is happening? No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Why? Why? Hello? Up. Okay. Don't do that. I did not like that, and I don't know why it happened. Hopefully I did not disconnect and the YouTube just redid the stream. Hopefully that did not happen because I'd like to keep things as one video. For storage sakes. If it did split it, I do have my own recording, which isn't broken, hopefully. Okay. Hopefully no more little hiccups anymore. Perfect. Find the buttons real fast. They'll allow me to get a few more epics. Not epics, uncommons. I really did not like how I looked over and I'm seeing that I'm just dropping frames non-stop because my connection is shit. Shout out to the mountain. Can I get my healing aura out, please? So I can launch my skulls and be able to deal my damage. There we go. Kinda wanted to do it without my turret. Because if it gets the kills, it gets the HP. Really hoping that my stream is holding together, because I didn't like how it just suddenly started to kick back at me. This will give me a chance of getting a legendary. That's where I just heard another item drop. Nope, that's just me. What the hell? Why am I buffering? I don't like how I'm seeing myself buffer in my little preview. What is happening? Don't. Is my internet... Are they doing something that's screwing over the internet? Because my stream connection is kind of shit. Like, I'm seeing myself buffer, and I don't like that. Because that shows what you guys are seeing, and I don't want that. It shows that I'm dropping frames, and yeah, I'm not seeing myself drop frames on this side. I don't understand why it's happening. Is YouTube having like a little glitch as of right now? Because as of right now, like everything that I'm seeing that's telling me data says that I'm okay. YouTube says excellent connection. My frames not dropping a single one. Well, I am dropping a few here and there, but that's due to encoding. Not actually like missing due to like other things for live stream. Why is this happening? I don't want to stop because I'm in a very decent run right now. Well, I'm barely on stage 2, but I got like good amount of items. Let's refresh. How about that? Okay. So YouTube is just being an ass. Like I don't like it when I'm getting problems, but I don't know why. Like, I'm looking at everything that's telling me things are okay, and yet things are not okay. Still can't find the one button. I may have missed it. Maybe I should just go straight off with the teleporter. See, now all I'll get is just another epic uncommons. I really don't like it when my connection is being unstable. There's things that I can't control. Audio bitrate is lower than recommended. What? Moment. Audio bitrate is lower than recommended. How is it lower? My audio bitrate is exactly what it's set to. The fuck? Like, I just opened up my OBS settings and it's just like, audio. I know I set that to there. Now let's just completely swamp these guys because I just keep on shooting out damage. More common items. Oh yeah, I forgot to grab that drone. But at that time I didn't have the money to, so I can still grab it after the fact. Rate's lower than that. It's set to that! YouTube, it is set to that bitrate. What the hell are you going off about? I think it's mainly due to like the encoding of everything. Like, I am planning on upgrading my graphics card to a 30 series card and then switching my encoding to that. Because as of right now I have my encoding set to CPU because my current graphics card, 1060 I believe, does not give the encoding quality that I want, while my CPU can actually handle it and give me decent enough quality. Like, sure, encoding with the graphics card is better, but my graphics card does not give me the encoding with streaming and recording at the exact same time. I know if I drop the recording, my streaming encoding quality would increase, but I don't want to deal with that because I want to have my own video backup of my streams, not ones that are on YouTube. Just in case, say, the stream disconnects, I can't reconnect, YouTube ends their side of things, and then it makes its own separate video. And also, if I keep my own backup recordings, I can actually do edits and then upload that to YouTube of my streams. As I am planning later, at some point, like, just get on, like, if I can actually get enough people to come watch and actually enjoy watching my streams, I would like to actually just get on and just stream and just play games you guys suggest to me. And then when I finish the stream, I won't have it like the whole stream go up to YouTube. I'll go and just edit it. I'll cut out the clips of the games that I played and upload those as its own little separate thing. continue. My connection is shit. This trying to have a chance. Shouldn't be. Well, let's just sit here and get enough. I believe that this is a golden one, but I can't tell due to the fact that it's underneath the shadow. Topic frames to the network. A little bit more money. Like I'm actually increasing my amount of health that I have right now just by sitting here. I really should just be moving about, because I am hearing enemies in other spots. Another one. Strange. Are these both golden ones? And why are there two? Ooh, another epic. Nice. Put that on. So close. I'm gonna do this one first and I'm gonna see what happens to the other one. Because this one is golden, but it's for the exact same price, so... I'm kinda interested in why there's two. Like, this one does look golden, but it's in the shadow, so I can't tell. Okay, gold orb appears. This one is no longer usable. Okay. Interesting. Well, that's kinda nice. Like, the gold orb has gotta be the one exception to the rule, seeing how, like, that's the only item that's got dropped. Dead. Alright, let's find the teleporter. There we are. I kinda like the wings all the way to the setup now. A little more bustling fungus and this will be able to span the way across. That's gonna be nutty. I'll have like complete coverage over the teleporter. What's that item drop? I don't see it. There it is, way up there. Wow. Another equipment. I'm gonna keep the wings due to the fact that I need to have the mobility on certain levels. Comes in handy. Maybe I should grab another lunar item so I can speed this up even more. If I see the chance to do it, I'll do it. Alright, so this is where things are gonna get a little more intense. Due to the nature of how this boss works. He's not gonna be some walk in the park. Any more fungus. Just another block chest up this way. Trying to get some altitude so I can fly further out. Some more enemies now. Yeah, I'll definitely have to say that by getting more of this, I deal more damage. For the amount of healing that I'm getting. Alright, now I'm just gonna sit here and wait. Wait for me to get enough money to activate all the beacons. Oh, right on the dot. The amount of range that my healing aura has now is insane. Still waiting on more money. Anything that spawns in just dies. How much money is it to activate a pillar? Alright, so there's some of these. I need a little bit more cash. I'd have to say about 1,000 before I want to start activating them. More fungus. Can't wait until I have like over 200 fungus if I actually survive that long. But due to the fact that I heal so much, and that I could just basically stand here and deal shit amount of damage, I'm not really all too concerned. Alright. Start activating these. Here we go. Look at that HP disappear within moments. That was awesome. Alright, now let's just stand here and wait for my own healing order to kick up and then kill all these guys. Look at that. Look at these flick. That was awesome. Just seeing his HP bar just slowly go down at a constant rate. Okay, that was a little strange. Alrighty then. This domain. I find the wings to be a little more useful. So now I can actually get some speed out of it. I need to. Alright, let's sit here and wait. Look at that range. That's so nice. Can't wait to have like over 100 of these uncommon items. Of the infusion. One kill gives me 100 increased health. That like over maximizes the amount of HP I get out of it anyway. If I got 100, then there's no real point of getting any more. Due to the fact that I just, well, there is, just so I can keep increasing the amount of health I get. It's just like one kill already maximizes the item. Having 100 gives you 1,000 extra HP. No, 10,000 HP, so you know it's 100 each time. 100 times 100 is 10,000. I'm like, why am I being slowed when I take hits from him? Oh yeah, it's because he's ice. Just go out there and deal with everything, like flaming fire skull things. Oh, this strategy is so overpowered, even though it's like it's just 3 items. Just 3 items. Bustling fungus, the infusion, just so you can keep yourself alive. And then these antlers that just keep throwing skulls out and just shits out damage. Challenge of the mountain. I'm gonna find it very surprising if I manage to get one shot with the amount of HP that I have. Although I'm not gonna be all too surprised when it happens because there's gotta be plenty of enemies to deal with. Oh, challenge of the mountain. This could give me a chance of getting a legendary, which would be nice. Ho 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 ho. Just looking at the amount of radius I get out of that. Let's get in this one so you know it's a little bit better. Getting the constant healing and constant shooting out of my eat my mines, you little crab bitch. Oh, there's a teleporter, nice. Some challenge of the mountain, not challenge of the mountain, some combat shrines. That, activate that one. What did I summon to come fight me? Ah, probably these guys. Oh, look at that, my radius is still good, way out here. I can buy that drone now. I can buy that drone too. How much for the golden chest to get my epic item? Maybe they should add this to increase the range of it, because like enemies have to be very close for it to activate. How much? Oh, I can buy it right now. More of this. Alright. Let's explore just a tiny bit more. I don't know if there's any more challenges of the mountain lying about. Nothing up here. There appears to be nothing up here. Ooh, some turrets, yes. Alright, it appears that there's nothing left. To avoid taking fall damage, just glide the rest of the way. More things. To get my damage out there. There we go. All I have to do is just get into a healing circle and they just start dying. Eventually I'll have so many bustling fungus the whole map is covered. No matter where I go, I will be healing. Oh, I can't wait to get to that point. That'll be so overpowered and broken. It's like no matter where I go, I'm healing. I already have like a good fourth of the stage that I can sit things. About to get even more insane, these. Nothing can touch me. Right, I'm waiting up an overload worm. Waiting to see where it constricts to. Oh no, overloaded stone golem. Oh yeah, it gets to the other side with ease. Look at that amount of damage I deal. Oh yay, my legendary. More HP and regeneration. What I wanted. Yeah, like it kind of sucks I have like 2 different legendaries, but this always drops when you do the golden orb. So I didn't have a choice. The one exception because I don't have a choice. Look at that, it's almost done as well. There's tons of items dropping. I like that. I like to hear that. Item drop after item drop. Oh, I can't wait to see the radius when I have 100. That'll be insane. Insane amount of range the bustling fungus will have. Goodbye. Alright, to the next stage. Seems like everything's working out fine now. My connection is working great. Alright. If I can't find something to activate another portal, like an orb, then I won't. Well, I'm going to have to do it anyway. Due to the fact that I see a challenge of the mountain now gives me more items. But I can still activate the artifact portal if I need to, I believe. The amount of range my healing is now. I love it. I love to see it so huge. I haven't managed to find any of the like a new to altar just yet either. I am kind of tempted to do the last artifact code to get the last thing, the doppelganger, but fighting a doppelganger of myself right now would be a giant pain in the ass. There we go, those are the altar. There we go. Now I could do the teleporter without much worry. Pick up my challenge of the items. I could run while flying. Alright, exploring just a little bit more. Let's actually stop right here and kill these things. Nice. Up there's the teleporter. I haven't seen any other challenges on the mountain yet. There's a combat shrine. Did this real fast. Anything that just summons is just dead. 40 bustling fungus. Beautiful. Let's get into range so I can get some healing out while that's happening. Alright. I believe that is everything. I haven't noticed any other challenges up the mountain. But it's not like I have really looked all too hard though. Let's hit this last combat shrine. I didn't want to use a turret for right there because the teleporter's like right beneath it. While I'm at the new bazaar, I'll grab another one of the lunar items for the teleporter. Overloading Great Wisp. I should really just put these down immediately due to the fact that I need that healing. Even though I really just want to have it like cover the whole place. Did it really die? What? My turret was killed? How? I had so much healing capability. How did it manage to die? They just one-shot it. They dealt more damage than it could heal. I'm surprised. Where's the enemy? There it is. Like, I thought my turrets were relatively indestructible to the amount of health that they have and the amount of healing they get. Huh. That guy just shows how overpowered the monsters can get. Is that all the items? Well, it was also just the one turret. I didn't have two down healing everything because I didn't have enough time to put it down. So next time I'll just put it down. I don't really care. The radius has gotta be huge no matter what. Alright, let's grab one more new item, lunar item. I don't really need to increase the teleporter speed all too much. Because I know that that was exactly that. There we go. Now the size is a little less again. Alright, on to the next stage. Really need to get more infusions, but for that to happen, I need more monsters. That amount of radius Look at that. Can't wait till I get it like so big it covers the whole stage. That'll be nuts. They'll just show how big the stages are in terms of like distance. Actually, that'll be like one way that you can actually measure it. How big the stages are. Just get a whole bunch of the rustling fungus. It tells you exactly how big you need it to be. Look at that radius. That is nuts. Oh, I can't wait until I get it to 100. Need more monsters to grab this round. Need more monsters just to get more items. In general. By one strategy, heal and just shit out damage. Tank and spank, basically. The one, like, weakness to this plan, if I run into that one thing that cancels out healing, I'll be screwed. Where's the teleporter? I don't see one yet. I missed that. Come here, epic item. I can use you. I should be technically dealing another another bit of more damage. Let's get in range. It's kind of nice how the skulls go through walls. I think I've reached the amount of maximum health I can get out of the infusions right now. Seeing how like 4 kills and I maxed it out. I need to find the teleporter, but I'm hearing a whole bunch of items drop. I should just find the teleporter and then just move along. Most likely up there, seeing I'm not seeing it anywhere else. And it's dead. Love how overpowered this strategy is. It's just 4 items and yet, well, technically a combination of 2, but with the 3rd item it just keeps me alive. I just run around and just watch things die around me. Oh, yeah, that's the one thing that I'm worried about. That cancels out my healing. That will actually just destroy my strategy. Because if I can't heal, I can't shit out my damage. And that's where my things start to die. Because I can't heal. And their HP is more dependent on how many things I've killed. I could stand still for myself to get my healing aura out, but that'll give that bigger chance to actually deal the damage it needs to cancel out my healing. Running into those guys is not gonna be fun. I know they just knock out my healing and I don't have any other form of damage. The one weakness to this strategy. Then. I haven't seen the teleporters yet either. I think I have a rough idea of where it could be though. Now. But I guess by storing up the amount of healing that I get. Still, look at that range. It's so big. Like no matter, it's like if I get it big enough, I won't even have to worry about like those canceling healing guys. Like, as long as I don't get hit and my turrets don't get hit, they're not gonna die. Where's the teleporter? Like I could just stick my turrets anywhere and they'll just be healing me across the map. Where's the teleporter? Is it over here? There it is. I would have saw it then. Yeah, no matter what, it's gotta cover the whole range. I'll just sit here. And everything's dead. Look at that range for the teleporter. It's so tiny now. Oh, we got a legendary. I don't think it's going any faster though. It looks good. Like it is going up faster. Wonder how small it would get if I got 3. Well, if I ever get the chance again, I'll grab another one. Just so I can see how small it gets. That'll be a very interesting thing to see. It gets so small that I literally have to stand like right on top of it. But it loads so fast that it doesn't really matter. More fungus! Oh, I have over 50 now. I just barely realized how many I have. Like with 100, oh, that's gonna be awesome. I get 100, it covers half the stage. I can stick one turret on both ends and it's the full stage loaded in. Oh, that is awesome. Well, if I was playing with other people, this would be amazing. The amount of healing I could do. I could just sit here and the people would we would never die due to the fact that we just heal like non-stop. I set down my turrets, we never get close to dying. Because we just constantly heal no matter where we are. Hey, there's a button. Sweet, that's useful. Now I can see if I find the other one. Look at that distance. Look at that range. I've really got 1/4 of the map set for healing. It's like, hurt me if you can. I enter that area, boom, I'm good. Hurt me if you can. I stand still long enough for me to actually heal. Boom, you just all die. Yeah, there's a teleporter. Uh-oh. Stick you here, you're out of range. No, I'll just deal with this thing. Easy. I just need to stick a turret far enough away where it won't be affected, and then the healing range will be enough for me to just get close enough to kill it. And I'm still getting more bussing fungus by the minute. I just need to get a lot more infusions so I can increase my health even more. Look at it. Just dying no matter where I go. I found that other button. I know where the teleporter is, but I need to find that other button. See, I already found the one. Like, if I find the other button, I'm still gonna have to go back to the other one, see how I put down the other turret. Do I really care about the button all too much? Like, sure, I get 2 more uncommons, which allow me to get 2 more infusions. I'm not seeing it anywhere. Alright, I need to stand still. Ouch. Screw standing still, I'm being knocked all over the place. I need to enter this range. Get close enough, you just die. Just stand and wave, boys. Stand and wave. Stand and wave is and watch as the enemy just obliterates. I have so much fungus at my disposal. Glad I have these wings. Make it a little easier for me to scan the terrain and shit. Still haven't found the other button though. Like, I really want to get more infusion, but it's like at this rate, I'm not finding the other button. It's always like a problem. I find the one button and it's just like, where's the other one? I can't find it anywhere. At which point, by the time I finally give up, it's just like, move along. I still love how the amount of range I have with this thing is nuts. Get back in range. Shoot out more of my homing, flaming skulls. Kill everything around me. More fungus, please. Finding this other button worth it. Wait, is that it? Nope, this is another rock. More fungus. Your damage is weak. Alright, I think I give up. I'm trying to find the other button. Getting 2 more uncommon items are not going to be all too worth it. Saying I've looked almost everywhere for it. And as it stands, just by killing enemies just gives me more items. It's like I'm gonna get more items just by doing the teleport event. you on the other side. Now I have coverage. Nothing can touch me. I am protected. Who is still alive? Ah, you are. I'm like, how's the boss hasn't been defeated just yet? The amount of items. Kinda happy that I don't have the hassle of like trying to decide on what item to grab, saying I'm already decided on what items I'm getting. Probably should have gone and activated a new altar just so I can see how small I can get this portal. Like I know where it is. There's gotta be one way up there. But I can't activate it right now due to the fact that I've already activated the teleporter. And I kind of don't want to overdo it just yet. I'll keep activating a new altar if I can't find like a golden portal for like the lunar stage. Or if one doesn't appear on its own. Any gold portals I'll activate so I can increase the strength of my golden guy. Range. It's just nuts. Stick a turret way up here, and maybe it'll be able to reach the ground. Let's find out. It does! I love the distance I have on my healing. There's the teleporter. Oh, that's a blood shrine. Trying to use this as a good vantage point to see the map. Ah, big drone boy. He'll never die with the amount of healing I deal, and he just shits out damage as well. Ouch. I broke my legs and they instantly reattached. Oh, where's that blunt stripe? I need that extra amount of cash now. Saying I have a giant gunner boy to wake up. It's just like, take my HP, I don't care, I heal up instantly. Look at that, like I took damage and I was instantly back. My healing is like almost double my health. So if you can't one-shot me, I'm just like instantly healed. Like one healing burst, boom, back full health. It's like, sorry boys, you can't hurt me. And as long as I'm healing, I'm just shooting out damage. Wait, did a celestial orb appear? It did. Alright, big boy, time to wake up. I won't have to worry about this thing dying either, due to the fact that it has like a ton of HP and I can heal it up. Another thing to help me survive longer. Something that just shoots out bullets. 69 bustling fungus, oh yeah. Oh no, the one thing I do have to worry about is you. You can kill it like instantly. Uh-oh, that's not good. Another weakness to the strategy, that thing. Well, weakness to any strategy. No, don't kill my big boy. Okay, he didn't die. He was just barely out of range. 70. Getting so giddy with the amount of damage I can do. Well, with the amount of healing as well. Look at that range. Look at that range. And it's only getting bigger by the minute. By the amount of enemies I kill, it just drops items. Alright, put you there, as I can. I could stick my turret so far apart. And it wouldn't matter. Be close to these guys so I can just keep launching flaming skulls at them. Alright, they're all dead. Fear me, I am your worst nightmare. Another 25 and I'll have 100 bustling fungus. The amount of HP I get per kill is also nuts. I can't wait until I get 100 of that. I'm also surprised I haven't messed up on the item pick yet. There's the celestial portal. Anything else? Like any items that I missed? Nope. Alright. Next stage. Wonder what stage I'll get. Siren's Call or the the Underworld one. Abyssal. Guess I need that healing out right now, so you know I have a worm. So that range, look at that range. It's almost half the stage. Oh, just look at that! I set the turret up way over there, and it's like covering all the way over here. Anything I have will survive. Like, I can literally go almost anywhere. Like the worms, the fireworm guys, I'm not gonna be able to do much because my homing things can go right through the ground. As long as I just get close enough to them, they die. I don't have to worry about like anyone invisible either because these things just home. More, give me more. Nothing can stop me. Well, eventually I'll find something to stop me, but put you down right there. Like, I swear if I put a turret down right in the center of the stage, the whole stage will be a healing spot. 80. 80. $20 more to go. 19 more to go. Hey, there's a teleporter. That's good to know. Ouch. I don't care if I break my legs, I instantly heal. Alright, let's grab another epic if I can. Right here. See how much you cost. Oh, I can easily cover that. Give me more damage. And boom, 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 boom. Everything is dying. All I have to do is just watch. I don't have to do crap. Stand and wave, boys. Stand and wave. Wave goodbye to the enemies as you watch the fire homing skulls just obliterate them. I knew there was like a challenge to the mountain somewhere that I can activate. Like there has to be one. This map is huge. There should be at least one. Well, I was hoping I could fly up to the teleporter, but nope, I ran out. Boing. Maybe I'll find another challenge of the mountain. I very much doubt that, so you know, I've pretty much been everywhere. Throw these down, because I know there's stuff following me. That did no damage. Alright, put you there. The only way I'm dealing damage is by healing. Put you there. Alright. Who wants to... What? I got glitched into the floor! I'm fighting a scavenger, and it pushed me into the floor! Hey, one of my turrets died. What the hell? I got so overpowered I glitched into the floor. I can't get out. There we go. Back in. Where's my scavenger managed to kill one of my turrets? Hey, more items. Die, scavenger. Can I not grab it? Ah. Strange. Well, that was the first I got a scavenger for a boss that pushed me into the ground. But that was very amusing. I was just kind of tempted to just sit there and wait, but my turret got killed, so... I need to get more of this, so I can increase this guy's damage. Like, he's never going to die as long as I keep healing him. A little bit more, and I should be able to activate the backpack now and grab the items. There we go. Kind of tempted to grab Dio's best friend as an epic, but I've already chose something else. I can't do that. It'll break my thing. So I grab one of each, and I've already picked my items. Ten more to go. And then I'll have 100. One more of the infusion alive. 50. 6. 5. Okay, attempted to hunt down the rest of the enemies so I could try to get an item, but that'll just be a waste of time. Alright. Oh, an overload worm. Stick you there, if I can. And now everything just dies. Because they get too close and I just shoot out homing things like nothing. It's sure I'm dealing with multiple things at once, but hopefully my turret doesn't get killed. Or just a few more bustling fungus. Just a few more. I'm hearing items drop left and right. I just don't know where they are. Where are my items? Give me my items. 3, 2. There's 2 overload worms? Keep hearing more items drop. 1. Almost there. Uh-oh. My turret died. Like, why am I not healing to kill this thing? Keep away. Whew. $100. Yes. Because I've got to get an epic item, another equipment item anyway. I have over 100 bustling fungus. This overload worm needs to die. I also really wish I didn't give my wings away. Even though I am going to get like another epic easily. Not another epic, another equipment. Oh, that range, my healing range, it's beautiful! Stick it out here and let's see how far it goes. I put it down, I see the healing range go whoosh into the horizon. Oh boy. Really hope I find there's a golden one. Good. I need more. I want more of that. That's up where I can't get it, so I need to get up. Put that, where is it? There it is. More fungus. Give to Papa. Every 2 kills, I max out my HP. Love it. Alright. Whoa! Healing Central again. Oh, no. Kill it! Kill it! Nice try. Oh, you killed more of my drones! You motherfucker. Surprised at the fact that I haven't gotten a single equipment item again. Even though out of the amount of items I've dropped. Like, it still says that I'm live, but I'm not like seeing any fluctuations and things. I don't know if like YouTube is actually still live with me. I hope it is. I'm having way so much fun just sitting here and watching things die left and right. Alright, another spot to heal up. Look at that. Look at that. Look at the range. Nothing can stop me. The guy just put down a turret, boom. No matter where I go, I heal. Kill 15k. That's so good. Oh, that's so good. More. More. I want more. Finally, equipment drop. I'll take the weakness back. My one way of actually getting around. Hey, there's the teleporter. No! There was an infuser right over there. I must grab it. I need more. I need more. Oh! I swear I'm becoming addicted to these items. They're so overpowered. Like, just getting so many fungus with the engineer is just so good. And then the infusers in general is just so good. You get so many of them, your HP is just maxed at all times. Alright. Pretty sure that's everything that has upgrade importance. Oh, things are dying. It's dying fast and I didn't like it. Oh, a scavenger. Nice. And my turn's dead. Oh no, it's still alive. Put down another turret to help keep things alive longer. One thing that's gotta be holding me back is that the one thing that counts as out my healing is here. Oh boy, I'm actually taking some damage. I should be healing though. Why am I not healing? Why am I not healing? No, I got killed by a wisp! Piece of shit. Why was I not healing? There was a drone still alive. Ah. I still had a drone alive. Why wasn't I healing? I swear I put down my both two drones down there. I think I believe one of my drones was still off in the far off distance where I put it down, and then when I put down that one drone, it got killed, and then like immediately, so I thought that there was still another drone over there, and then I should have just put down the other drone immediately. The moment I noticed I wasn't healing. The one strategy. Too many enemies to deal with all at once. Well, I'm gonna put the end of the stream here. Cause that was a fun run. I'll come back with a different character. Maybe this guy. Maybe. Or maybe him. Or maybe someone just a little more random. I don't know. But it still depends on what items I would use for those characters. Because, like, this is... I really want to do one where I just have this and just see how much I can just tank. But then it's like, I don't really need this anymore due to the fact that this reduces the amount of damage that I take. Then, maybe this. Just chaining up guys. And then, what epic item would I go for? I could grab a whole bunch of Dio's best friends. Even if you kill me, I come back alive. It's just like, haha! All your hard-working effort to manage to hurt me was for nothing because I come back to life. That would be funny. Yeah, maybe. But it all comes down to what character would I want to pick then. Because in the end, I won't be dealing any damage. Now that I think about it, it would have to be him because he deals. He would have to be dealing poison, and that would be the only way that I can actually deal damage. But that's gonna be all for this stream. That run was fun. I will be back with another stream. You'll find out what game it is, but it is a game that I have actually played before on stream, but kind of dropped due to the fact that I wanted to get to other games. So look forward to that. Keep an eye out for that. But until then, goodbye.